Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a sec. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to go there. So let's see. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, I did. Cool. Anyway, now we should be peaches and gravy. Unless we're not. Oh, crap. Are we not? Okay. I think we're good. Let me check a few things real quick. Okay. Weird. Hmm. Okay. I think we're good. I hope we're good. Yes. We should be good by now. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the weekly reaction to Unordinary and Jungle Juice. So, last week, if you guys weren't paying attention, it's been brought to my attention and also confirmed because I have the Webtoons app that Jungle Juice has officially ended or is ending. There's still going to be Fastpass stories, or there's still going to be like side stories, but but the story itself is wrapping up. The main story is wrapping up. It's already out on Fastpass, and there are now 4 episodes left that are being released publicly as part of the main story. Before, I guess after today, there's only going to be 3 left. So I asked you guys last week if that was the case, if we should just starting stream earlier to read up on Jungle Juice and finish it out before we get to Unordinary, because our Unordinary discussions have been going on for a long time, a long time. But yeah, none of you answered that question. So I just made the executive decision to basically just say, like, okay, we're gonna do Jungle Juice first, and because of that, we are gonna start stream earlier, and from there and kind of move forward and everything. So yeah, so that's where we're at. We are just gonna flat out, we're gonna knock out Jungle Juice. That way we have all the time in the world to discuss Unordinary, and hopefully I don't go too past overtime for everything. So yeah. Welcome, Avril. Welcome. So I know that not everyone likes Jungle Juice. Not everyone wants spoilers for Jungle Juice. So if you want to pop out before you get spoiled on Jungle Juice stuff, and just come back for the Unordinary stuff, that is totally fine. That's absolutely okay. Unordinary will still start at 7 p.m. Jungle Juice doesn't take me too long to read compared to Unordinary. So, yeah. So, last time on Jungle Juice, Breeder ate freaking Eden. So, yeah, he had his evolution BS, and he started attacking Su-chan. But Su-chan, he's fine, and so then Huijin was then J-Song showed up and was like, hey, like, do you got the device yet? Like, we're going to back up Su-chan as long as we can. And they were like, we're on our way. And so then J-Song was like, all right, Su-chan, we got your back, big homie. That's where we are. So yeah, Su-chan and J-Song, they're working together. They're going after breeders. So let's go ahead and get into this. Did I read your theory? What was your theory, Avril? Did you put it in the comments somewhere, or let me know where you put it, and I'll check it out when we get to Unordinary. Anyway, so Su-chan must be over there. But how am I supposed to get to him? Water's in the way. Just to deliver that to Su-chan. Remember the high-pressure air tank Professor Ma made for Su-chan called Air Vision? That's the enhanced version of it. Brilliant professors at Nest work together to store air with a composition nearly identical. Welcome, Fashionably. We're knocking out Jungle Juice. I know I screwed you over a few weeks back. If you don't want to get spoiled on Jungle Juice Fashionably, come back in about 20 minutes, 18 minutes. That's when we're going to start Unordinary. Unless you do want to, check out Jungle Juice with us. To store air with a composition nearly identical to the Carboniferous era in which Meganeura thrived. Thanks for curing me, but I'm starving. Get some mealworms at least. Oh. Think of it as a special breathing apparatus just for Su-chan. As an adult, I feel ashamed to burden you with this task, but please, you two are the only ones who can stop Breeder. Huijin! If there's no other way, I'll just swim there. Hang in there, Su-chan. Oh, Huijin, why did you go in the water? You are... Fire! Avoid getting too close while supporting Su-chan. It itches. Literally just bouncing off him like the Hulk. Swarming up won't make a difference now. Captain! Dang. I can't believe my decades of research have gone down the drain because of these inferior maggots. This is aggravating. Especially you, Bird Eater, Hydra, Su-chan Jong, Aegis. Go! Where do you think you're going? I don't know what you're up to, but I won't let you. The origin of species, Jumping Spider. The Jumping Spider has the best vision among arachnids that allows the spider, did I lose him? To never lose sight of its prey. Net casting spider. Were you trying to run away by yourself after your comrades came to your aim? What a terrible friend you are. It looked like you failed to draw the power of the ancient insect before. If you are suffering from oxygen deficiency, it means your evolution isn't perfect. You can't accomplish anything in that fragile state. Nobody is perfect, you dimwit. Oh, Bomb! Baby girl pulling up. Bomb? You were alive? Who even said I was dead? Another fly getting in my way. I will exterminate you all! Darwin's bark. Look out! Dynamite. No, Professor, what a freaking G. Professor T! Huijin is away from the laboratories. I will burn down the web, so go. Trust yourself and keep moving forward. Pathetic fools. Oh, hey, that's me, Hui's thing. I won't lose you this time. Look in front of you, Su-chan! The origin of species. Carcasses of pet shop insects. Carcasses. I know the word carcasses. Massospora. That's me, Hui Qin's power of spores. I studied the blackout mastery of Suchan Zhang and figured out how to mimic the species I consumed. Did you honestly believe that you could protect all your students? When you can't even use your complex without that prosthetic arm? If you can prove me wrong, show me the power of humans that you've been speaking so highly of. You have the eyes of the jumping spider, but fail to see the bigger picture. We paved the way. Keep moving, Suchan. Bro, look at our goats. Guys, they were all attacked by Breeder and are in no shape to fight, so how? Because we all believe in you. Captain Carl! Bro, Captain Carl was actually such a cool character. Like, I honestly really do love Carl. And in the miracles you have shown to us in the past, we can get up again despite the adversities, because we have faith. All of us here will do our best to help. Suchan! Bubble Golem Bath Bomb. That's not... Is that Sans? Bubbles Float. I brought the air tank. There are many ways to utilize the Bubble Golem. Take this. What up, Pablo? We're just knocking out Jungle Juice beforehand. Huijin, I see. So you're trying to feed high-pressure oxygen to Suchan. Not so fast. No. Oh, that's her. I thought that was the Hornet girl. I thought they got her. Master Breeder's orders. I still have plenty of specimens I can control using the spores. Get lost. No. Silk Cushion. Hyona and Dawn! Bro, Hyona and Dawn actual goats too, though. That was close. Are you alright, Huijin? Hyona. Dawn. Suchan needs your help. Hurry up. Leave the rest to us. Guys have not had a single successful fight in the... But don't worry. And the goats. And their team, bro. We didn't come alone. Suchan Zhang was the only one who posed a threat. The rest were mere maggots to be trampled on. But those maggots started joining forces one by one. Ah! And are now getting in the way of my plan. Go, Suchan! What could possibly have moved them? Human emotion, Breeder, don't you understand? How? Lord God, I've consumed the meat of my former comrades to help you. I will not let you Ye-song the goat and Doa. Ye-song and Doa too. How are you feeling? Like shit. But that doesn't fucking matter. Because we have a fight to finish! Strength isn't always about raw power. You will never understand this, Breeder. The bond between people causes them to act. That's the driving force behind all of this. The power of companionship is the true strength of humans. That's what you failed to take into account. And of course, there's going to be one more. Fact. Darwin's bark. Wrong. None of that matters before dominant power. It's over. This feeling. Ancient form. No way. Mega Nora. Alright. Oh, also, gotta put this back on screen, and I get, gotta put that back on screen. And I guess I'll move myself over here. Where did chat box go? There's the chat box. Okay. Forgot about that. Oh, and also, you know what? I need to... I meant to copy that and do that. Anyway, okay, so... I was wrong. Suchan did get a hold of it. There was no... There was no last minute. So cool. Cool. Anyway. So, yeah. That was cool. That was a good episode. I did like everyone coming together. That was pretty cool. Oh yeah, that is okay. I guess we could just put this here. We'll put it here, and we'll actually make it a little bit smaller on this page, on this side. So yeah, cool. Anyway, dope. So yeah. Looks like Jungle Juice is finally wrapping up, actually. Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah. We're done there. And now we can just focus on Unordinary for today. And actually, before we get started with Unordinary, I am going to go fill up my water. All right. So, we should be good to go from here. All right. So, what's up, Kyle? Welcome, buddy. We finished Jungle Juice tonight, so now we are solely focused on Unordinary. And actually, now that we are solely focused on Unordinary, I guess we could do the recap. So, last week on Unordinary, last week was very, very interesting. So, I told you guys a little bit about storytelling and how you convey that, especially when it comes to comics. Now, granted, I also said I might have been reaching a little bit in what I was saying and what my predictions were. Also, Kyle, how is the audio? But yeah, so basically, we talked a little bit about like how storytelling works and everything. But Jackson is alive. First and foremost, the best thing about about last week was Jackson still being alive, which is goated. And yeah, uh, uh, Cassandra and Amelia visited him while he was in the hospital. will know about Caden. I fear for him if that happens. Did I forget, did Keon already know about Caden? Does the Bureau should know about Caden already, but they probably don't. Anyway, yeah, like I said, stuff's gonna go haywire with Rain and Caden. Like that's definitely gonna be a thing. Anyway, Amelia and Cass visited Jackson, and they were kind of like, hey, like, yeah, like, it was pretty crazy what happened. And Arlo's like, he's really working hard for someone who hasn't even graduated technically yet. And that's when that's where they were like, Cass, like, do you know something? Like, you've been hiding stuff from us. And Cass was like, all right, I trust you guys because, like, the mission we just went on, I trust you guys. So like, I'm gonna tell you guys. And Cass told them the truth, and they were both like, we should have seen that coming, and you know what, we're not really on board with that, so crap. So for the time being, it seems like they are planning to work with Cass in order to bring Ember down and bring it to light. So yeah. Well, technically, Blake saw Caden too. Granted, I think the only time Caden really used his ability around Caden was when he was in Contras. I've said this before again, Kyle. I think the Bureau already knows about Cass. The Bureau already knows about Cass because of Keon. Like, at the very least, well, that and, like, Farah had to go and wipe some memories. Like, the Bureau already knows about Cass. So, yeah, Cass also told him, like, yeah, and they wiped Arlo's memory, so we cannot trust him right now, especially after what he pulled, and they were like, what? So, yeah, and that's when Amelia suspected, like, wait. If Farah was the only one who reported that day, do you think it's because she used her Ember abilities in front of our officers? And that's when they were like, oh, crap. And that's when Jackson recommended, if we ask around discreetly, we might be able to get to the bottom of this. But I don't like that. Jackson saying that. Anyway, Cass met back up with that's Leon. No, yeah, that's Leon. Cass met back up with Leon, the leader of the Bureau, and so on the TV though, we saw a mysterious figure by the name of Julian, who has a very suspicious hair color and eye color, and looks a bit similar to two very, very strong god tiers in the series. But Next Gen and Bio Nova had a basically a merger. Anyway, and so Cass talked to Leon a little bit. So yeah, Cass talked to Leon a little bit and is like, oh, great, have you met with Keon yet? He's the one in charge of interrogating Orin, and also he's going to be working with you a little bit closely now. And Cass is like, oh, how wonderful. Anyway, we last cut to John and Cameron at Cameron's house, with John waking up and seeing Cameron. He punched the shit out of Cameron and being like, did you abandon Serafina? What is your problem? Like, why would you do that? What the hell? And Marisol stepped in, and John was kind of like, I hate you. Like, this is bullshit. And Cameron told John something he probably needed to hear. Like, the only reason you're in this situation is because you are too weak. What is up, Keyshawn? And John knew there was some truth to that. And so he told Cameron and Marisol to get out, and he just kind of said, like, Sarah, I'm sorry. Like, the last thing I did was, like, make you do a sacrifice play. Like, I'm so sorry that I did that. So, yeah. So that's where we left off yesterday. Welcome, Lego. Welcome. So, yeah. That's where we left off, and it looks like it is time to read. So, here we go. Chatter, chatter, chatter. Okay, so, so Cass. The first panel looks a little weird. What is up, John? What is up? Welcome, buddy. The first panel looks kind of weird. Anyway, so a bunch of grayed outs, a bunch of like reporters and stuff like, and Cass is giving a press conference again. And you guys know the drill. Chatter, 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 chatter. Good morning, everyone. And it's hurt. All right, guys. We're going to talk about storytelling again. So, here's the setup. So here is the setup. We're going to talk about storytelling again, you guys. So right now, welcome fashionably, welcome. So literally right now, Cass is just giving another press conference like she did the last time. But yeah, we're going to talk about storytelling together again, and how like what is the specific purpose of specific paneling. And so, you know what? I think that this is the best thing that we've ever gotten since sliced bread. So Cass, she's giving a press conference again because, you know, she's best girl. She does her thing. Anyway, so here's her little pedestal, and Cass is right here. You know, she's giving a press conference because, you know, she's hot shit because she's taking on Spectre and everything. So here's Cass, you know, she's got her ponytail. So yeah, so here's Cass. And then of course, right next to Cass, I don't know why I ever doubted the goats. Of course, right next to Cass, we have none other than our goat, our absolute legend. We got Jackson right here. And then of course we have Jackson's girlfriend, because I'm calling it because Solo, that might be Solo, I'm not going to time you out, Solo, but that's basically a spoiler, bro. That's basically a spoiler because I think I know what you're talking about, Solo. You need to stop. Anyway, we got Jackson's girlfriend, of course. We got the two lovebirds. We got our two beautiful people. We got Jackson and Amelia. But who else do we have? Of course, because he was part of the mission. We also have Arlo. And Arlo is just ever. Pablo, I'm saying that they should be dating. That's not actually canon. And then of course, ever so slightly off to the side, we have Arlo by himself. Cass, Jackson, and Amelia are huddled up together. They are all right next to each other. Why? Because they're a team. They're the newest trio. But Arlo is by himself. And even in the background of this panel is the very front of the Bureau's main offices. And in the background, there is literally a pillar between Arlo and Cass's group. There is literally, even though it's not like directly in this, there is literally a wall between Cass's group and Arlo in this panel. There is a literal wall between them as far as the paneling goes. Again, it's in the background. It's not like directly separating them, but it's in the background. The way this panel works, that is intentional. That is intentionally showing that, yeah, there's a wall between the two of them. These two, like, Arlo is not on the team. Arlo's not with them. So yeah. Exactly, Solo. See, Solo knows, guys. Solo knows. Solo and Lego know. I've taught them well. Anyway, thank you for being here today. As of now, we have secured one of Spectre's leaders. Due to the ongoing nature of this investigation, the Bureau is unable to disclose additional details. Rest assured, and Arlo's just ... The situation remains under control, and your safety continues to be our highest priority. Something on her mind lately? She's acting distant, and even Arlo knows! Wait, Felipe, welcome. Arlo, you're the one literally standing away from them. That's a bit of a weird statement to come from Arlo. Like, Arlo, you're the one who's been distant. Anyway. Well, I guess Arlo is meaning, like, since they got back from the mission and since Cass has fully decided that she can't trust him. Uru, you need to show us a little bit of that. You can't just say that. So, just my thoughts, She's been acting distant. Unordinary episode 395. Bureau of Authority. Chatter. Then, of course, Cass is walking around. And Tariq is up ahead of her. But she's not focused on Tariq. She's ... She's remembering Arlo putting Sarah in a barrier. Afternoon, Cass. And Tariq! Tariq's in a blue suit. Oh, fuck. Tariq's going to Bluemont. Wait. Was Tariq? No. Wait. Was Tariq wearing a blue suit? Was he wearing a blue suit when he was originally with Farah? Don't say anything yet, guys. Don't say anything yet. Oh, him and Farah were. Wait, are both? Wait. Now that I think about it, are both Tariq and Farah going to Bluemont? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, they were both wearing blue suits. Wait, was Farah even wearing... I need to double check. Was Farah even wearing blue at the Wellston War? Oh, she was. Never mind, guys. I'm tripping. Anyway, look at Farah and her brother. Afternoon, Cass. Oh, wait. That's right. Tariq and Cass have history. Like, they're cool with each other. What's your question, Fashionably? What's your question? I totally forgot. Like, when Cass was visiting Rain and shit, Tariq was like, "Yo, Cass, what's up, homegirl? Like, hey, we gonna go get pizza later?" That wasn't actually what Tariq was like, but yeah. Afternoon, Cass. Oh, Tariq, how have you been? I heard about what happened. Sorry about your eye. It's all right. I don't have the ability to watch over the prison anymore, but the Bureau offered me a position of equal responsibility. Here at the Wellston office? That's right. Then I guess we'll be seeing more of each other from... Cass doesn't know. No! And Cass is cool with Tariq. Like, they are cool with each other. Oh my god. Then I guess we'll be seeing each other more often.
more each other more from now on. Hey, I've got to run, but we should definitely catch up. She's cool with Tariq. We should definitely catch up sometime. Welcome to the office. Go show him what you've got. And he enters a door. Yeah, season 3's been going on for over a year now. He's just ... Ah, Warden, it's wonderful to have you. And we've got Emmett. And of course, Valerie's here too. It's wonderful. It's honor to be a part of this, sir. Oh, there's no need to be so formal. He's still calling him Warden. Warden? He's still calling him Warden. He's still feeding into his ego. This team is made up of some of the Bureau's finest. And then, of course, Byron's wearing a brown suit now. Brian's probably always wearing brown. Valerie looks a little bit... There's got to be a new artist on the team for this episode or something. Of course, we have Failure and we have Valerie. People who are not only skilled, but deeply loyal to the cause. Solo. 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 Oh, absolutely he does. I'm not going to time you out, Solo. This is exactly what I predicted once you sent that message. So, again, Solo. Don't say stuff like that. Anyway. So, people who are not only skilled, but deeply loyal to the cause. So, it looks like we may finally have Pyre and Lumen. Lumen actually looks... who I'm assuming is Lumen. Lumen actually looks kind of familiar. Guys, have we ever seen someone who looks like this before? So, Pyre, definitely a different hair color. Like, I think it's safe to say that this is definitely, that, like, the woman here is definitely, like, Pyre. But it's definitely, like, a different color of blue. It's still a light blue. But actually, wait. Her shade of blue might actually be... Oh, how we thought she was Elaine's mom? Or the healer lady who was Elaine's mom? Okay. So yeah, it's her hair color is actually a bit similar to Beatrice's, but still a little more faded. You know what? That's probably what I'm thinking of, Felipe. That's probably what I'm thinking of. That he looks a little similar to Valerian. I think that's what I'm thinking of, Felipe. I think you're right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So this is definitely a different shade of blue,
but like it's still blue. She's got kind of like a longish bob cut. She's got a really long bob cut actually. She's got like jewelry. She's got like some like simple bar like earrings that look like basically just like small bars. She's got eyeshadow on similar to Valerie. And then who I'm assuming is Lumen. I'm gonna say that Lumen's name is Lucas. That's what I'm gonna guess. So Lumen has like a slick back hairstyle, just like a haircut, a shade similar to Oren actually. Yeah, probably Lego. Anyway, for all we know, unless their names are said in this episode, Uru was very smart about like hiding Lumen, because we really know we know next to nothing about what Lumen looks like. So this guy probably is Lumen just because of how short his hair is. But yeah, like Lumen could like really be anyone. But anyway, it's probably this guy. Anyway, so yeah. When Farah told me you were interested in joining us, I was genuinely glad to hear. Solo. Solo, if that gets confirmed, I am going to time you out. If that gets confirmed in the next few panels, I am going to time you out. When far, I was genuinely glad to hear it. Oh, wait, there's someone else. Wait. No. That's definitely not. Piper for Pyre? That's a great guess. That's actually a great guess, Lego. There's no way. Wait. No. I know exactly who this girl is. No, different. Hers is a lighter. But hers is more brown. This girl's definitely a redhead. It's the same suit, I think. Oh, and Jude's here too. No, it's definitely this girl. It's definitely good. I didn't even see Jude. Wait. Is that Jude or Tariq? Where's Tariq? It might not be Handkerchief Lady because the hairstyles are similar, but the hair color is completely different in this panel. So it's a wide shot of. I'll do the drawing. I'll do the drawing later. So have a seat. And so he takes a seat next to Farah. Now then, let's begin. As you all know, we've expanded our operations to the north. Several agents have been deployed to field test our advancements, and I'm pleased to report that the results have been highly encouraging so far.
But last week, the Northern HQ reports that 2 of their agents have gone missing. Corrine, Azure Storm, 5.8, and Seamus, Psy Blast, 5.7. Corrine and Seamus? We got a fucking Irish prick in here, do we? There's no way you named someone Seamus. Their last confirmed sighting was in the town of Eastbrook. We were able to determine after reviewing this footage that had been circulating online. The clip has now been scrubbed from the internet. No, Solo. Seamus is like an actual, I believe, Irish name. Oh, you might be, no, you might be right, Kevin. Also, welcome, Kevin. Welcome. So yeah, so we have Valerie and Byron, Pyre and Lumen, and then Jude and Handkerchief Lady, and then Tarek sits next to Farah. Good catch, Kevin. Good catch. Good catch. It's been scrubbed from the internet. And Farah knows. Farah notices. Isn't that John, Welston's top boy? He's strong enough to take down 2 on his own. Bro, and Tarek knows! And he knows, bro. Tarek's just like, oh, come on. Like, bro, Tarek is literally like, day 1 of my job, and I already have to hear about the kid who beat my ass and took my eye. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? In our world, yes, Keyshawn, but in the world of Unordinary? Yeah, definitely thinks, I agree with that, Solo. I agree with that. It seems so, when given access to the correct set of abilities. And he's even thinking about it. He's thinking about John taking his eye. If John is involved... Oh, and she's got green eyes. So, Pyre has green eyes. If John is involved, then there is a possibility that our agents have fallen in Spectre's hand. Could be a hostage situation. Pyre's smart. Pyre's smart, you guys. Well, no, I'm giving her flowers. Pyre's smart. She's got a brain on her. We just captured Orin. I think we can go ahead and erase that theory, Solo. But Keyshawn, fair point. Untitled is still around. Fair point, Keyshawn. What up, Colton? It's good to see you, buddy. We just captured Orin. That leaves them with very little room to negotiate, Valerie. No. We need to look at the bigger picture. Ever since Unordinary resurfaced, and bitch boys talking, Jude, insurgents who call themselves vigilantes have been growing in numbers and influence. While our own resources are still limited, we need to proceed with greater caution and ensure our teams have adequate support. Jude is right. I'll make sure we secure the funding needed to expand our project. In the meantime, do whatever is necessary to silence those wretched extremists. And so we're here at Arlo. We're here at Arlo, ... After I trapped Serafina, everything suddenly went white. But then this intense burning sensation spread through my entire body. But why did it feel familiar? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it would seem so. It would seem so, Solo. And so Arlo notices Cass, but she's not coming to him. Hey, Cass, I've got some time today. Do you want to grab some burritos? Cass. Arlo's trying, Cass. Like, come on. I know she's not going to. But, like, he's trying, Cass. Come on. I can't today, Arlo. I've got somewhere to be. Your friend's grave? Mind if I join you? Oh, sure. Okay. Here we go. Sure. Damn, Cass is booking it on the freeway. So she got a pretty nice car too. Anyway, so they're driving. Just ... She hasn't said anything since we left. Cass, are you upset with me? Not happy with how I handled things with John and Serafina? The ice pick in Arlo Bottomy's head is loosening. He puts... Do we know for certain that it was Emmett who put Sylvia in charge of Wellston? Not happy with how I handled things with John and Sarah. The thing is, I understand why you did it. It was the fastest and easiest way to secure Orin. Yet, you're still upset with me. Welcome, anime. Welcome. We found, like, we met more Ember people, but yeah, like, shit's going south. Yet, you're still upset with me. Because, Arlo, the easiest way isn't always the right way. If it weren't for John and Serafina, capturing Orin wouldn't even have been a possibility. The least we could do was give them some grace. Turning on them like that, it's just not what we do. Even if they're outlaws? Or if it meant failing our mission after losing all those comrades? I'm not sure I agree with you, Cass. Arlo, have you ever thought about what kind of person you want to be? As an officer, you face countless difficult decisions in the days ahead. Some of them will mean the difference between success and failure. Some will make you question everything you stand for. Be careful not to compromise who you are. Bro, Arlo doesn't know who he is anymore. The Arlo now... Okay, so, like, this could be potentially the best thing Cass says to Arlo. It also has the ability to be the worst thing that she says to Arlo. Because who Arlo is right now, the only thing he knows about who he is someone who's completely loyal to the Bureau, who broke that trust. Arlo doesn't know the struggles he went through. Arlo doesn't know who he became over the course of the last year at school. The Arlo he knows now is still just Aslo. Bro, be careful not to compromise who you are. Because once you lose yourself, you may never find your way back. He just turns away. What kind of person do I want to be? Or what kind of person do I want to be? Ray's grave. So she's here. Here rests Ray, beloved son, brother, and friend. He always believed the good in others. Huh? Somebody's already been here. I'm not surprised. Ray was a popular guy. Hey, buddy. Sorry it took so long to come see you. Are they pink? They look white to me. I don't think Remy's risked coming to see Ray anytime soon. I think it was most likely their mom. Did you two go to school together? Only for a little bit. Honestly, Arlo, I'm surprised you don't know him. She... Wait. That's a good point. Good catch. Good catch, Lego. Red flowers with a hint of yellow. Hey, buddy. Anyway, see, Cass just made a great note. I'm surprised you didn't know him, because he would have been king when you were a freshman, when you were in your freshman year. Now that I think about it, he does sound a little familiar. We may have passed each other in the halls, but I don't think we interacted much. What happened to him? If he was king of Wellston, he must have been strong, right? How did he pass? He was killed by some bad people. Killed? ... And Arlo starts crying. Guys, this is confirmation. The memories weren't erased. They're blocked. They're still there. They're still in there. Hey, what's wrong? My head. You've been overworking yourself, Arlo. Come on, let's get you home. Arlo's apartment. ... How long have I been asleep? 2:46 a.m. And there's a note for him. Arlo, you... So, ... Arlo, you are not allowed to come to work tomorrow. Boss's orders. Stay home and get some rest. We'll handle things at the office. Cass. Wait. I had a reaction to Ray at the cemetery. If he was erased from my memories, doesn't that mean he was one of the reasons I defected? No! Wait! No! Arlo! Cass knows about my past with him. In that case, was she also conspiring against the Bureau along with me? No! Arlo! No! Fuck! Like I said, it had the potential to be the best thing she ever could have said to Arlo. But it also had potential to be the worst because... Oh my god, no! Oh.
like I said, guys, the wall is there. The wall is there. Oh, and he's so pissed. Oh, and he's so pissed. Welcome, Pommy. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, damn it. Damn it. All right, what are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? On a scale of 1 to 10, how cooked is Cass? Okay. Let's honestly think about this. Wait, if there's a north and south, do you think there's also an east and west? Possibly. So let's talk about. Okay. No, with everything else. Yeah, no, No, so Pablo. Okay. Let me go over everything about what I personally feel has been Uru setting up Cass's downfall, because no, like, Cass might actually be with everything. Cass might fully be cooked. Like, Cass might be screwed over so hard now. So, out the gate, Cass being a decent person in a cruel world, that's not too big a red flag. That's not too big of a flag for her. But, like, out the gate, she's not on board with like what society demands her to be on board with. She's not okay with that. Out the gate, just being a decent person, that's already like, you're not loyal to the cause, are you? So there's that. Her learning about Ember already also adds fuel to the fire, no pun intended. That adds fuel to the fire in and of itself. Her specifically saying, I want to take out Ember. Like, I also want to go against the chain of command. Again, that's also right there. Okay. Her losing Arlo as an ally. And also, both Keon and most likely Farah, and I still 100% stand by the fact that I think Farah knows about Cass too. Again, that just adds more and more to it. For her. Now, her choosing to spread the information about Ember, her choosing to give out that information to two people who she can trust. And I will say, I think it is very likely that Jackson and Amelia are still very trustworthy, that they're on board with Cass. Again, that's still like the amount of people who know has grown, which like, because they still don't have a lot of people who know, that's still risky. That's still, you're not thinking of Roy Mustang, you're thinking of Maze Hughes anime. So again, that's there. And now Arlo knows that she knows. And Arlo being pissed. Cass might be. Okay. Right now, because the Farah factor is still only a maybe, Cass is honestly like at an 8 right now. Cass is honestly like in a very bad position right now already, out the gate. Like out the gate, like Cass is already in a bad situation. If we get full-on confirmation that like Farah and Valerie do know about Cass, that's a 10. That's a 10 out of 10. She is cooked. If we get full-on confirmation that like the Bureau knows that like Cass knows about Ember, she's 100% screwed. She needs to leave immediately. She needs to find Remy and Kuyo immediately. But yeah, so I would say right now, because Farah is still a maybe a maybe. She's at an 8 right now. Oh yeah, and also the possibility that like Keon could snitch on her. Yeah. Right now, Cass is slightly undercooked. Right now, she's at about on a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like cooked, she's at an 8, slightly undercooked. Because Arlo's going to go run to Val and Farah instead of finding. Yeah, exactly. He's definitely going to do that. If Arlo keeps his mouth shut, it all depends on what Keon does once he inevitably sees her. Cass ain't keeping his mouth shut, I'm telling you that. I feel like Emmett is the figurehead of the Southern Division of Ember. Well, there's... Maybe. I feel like it would be really bad publicity, though, killing the agent who captured Orin. The Bureau can spin a lot of things. Colton. Unless Jackson and Amelia help her out, or Keon, or a wild stretch Orange, she's pretty cooked. Or Cass volunteers for Ember, or something to throw heat off herself. I don't know. Control twisted. Nice one, Solo. Farah can't read memories, so she... Okay, so here's why I think Farah knows Lego. Here's why I think Farah knows. Because like even John himself speculated that like, yeah, like they wouldn't to erase Arlo's memory or to mess with Arlo's memory, they wouldn't need someone like Keon. They would need someone more skilled, more precise. So like, yes, if Farah does have hypnosis, obviously like her waving at the agents and being like, hey, forget everything you saw in the last 2 hours for getting rid of like them knowing about her flaming claws. Yeah, that makes sense. But with Arlo, she specifically targeted specific instances of his life. It's not that he doesn't remember, as far as we know, it's not that he doesn't remember everything about. It's not that he doesn't remember the past few years of his life at all. It's that there are certain gaps in everything. He still knows that he met up with her at the raid, and he still chose to help out. But he doesn't remember after that. There are specific gaps in his knowledge that are gone now. He still remembers things at Wellston. He still remembers Elaine. He still remembers Zeke. He probably remembers Holden, I want to say, but he's forgotten about John and Serafina. He's forgotten about Ray. Most likely he's forgotten about Remy, Blyke, and Ison. Like, they're specific memories that they have targeted, which is why I fully believe Farah does also see the memories that she's choosing to manipulate and, like, block out. Arlo had to at least talk to her more so he can figure out his identity. The thing though is, Mafia, like, again, Arlo, as far as we know, Arlo doesn't want to know about his last identity. Arlo, who he is right now, is like who he was at the start of the series. Like, I want to be loyal to the Bureau. I've been working for this my entire life. Like I don't like these people. Like, I don't care about these people. Like, I'm trying to be part of the Bureau because I respect the Bureau. And my aunt's part of the Bureau. Like, that's who Arlo is right now. Do you think her passive is reading memories? No, Solo, because that's not a passive. That's something she would definitely have to do. Like, that's something she would definitely have to activate. But if they suspected Cass, wouldn't they do everything? So, what I think it is right now, Keyshawn, is that I think they are simply just biding their time. They're biding their time because, like, real talk, Cass is literally just one person. Cass is literally just one person, and right now, right now, Cass is still loyal to the Bureau. Cass is someone who is still loyal to the Bureau, who doesn't know the full scope of everything around her. And she's doing good work. She literally brought in Orin. And like, she is still a useful asset to the Bureau at large. She is still someone worth keeping around. And the fact that she knows about Ember, who cares? People probably aren't gonna, like, most people probably aren't going to believe her. If she starts getting a little too cocky, she probably not, like, we can deal with her as easily as we can, or we can try and recruit her for the cause. Like, she is still a worthy asset. They are biding their time before they, like, have to act and, like, get rid of her, basically. That's what I think is going on with Cass and the Bureau. But yeah. If they know. And again, I choose to fully believe that Farah does know. Again, guys, I could be wrong. But just remember, I was right about Orin's level. So if you want to doubt me, go ahead and doubt me. See how that goes for you. Keyshawn. I got another clip for you guys. I got another clip for y'all. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see who's right. We'll see who's right. Bro, I thought Lego was loyal. I thought Lego was loyal, but I guess not. These people ain't loyal, bro. I swear. I swear these people ain't loyal. I'm just yanking your chain. I'm just yanking your chain, Lego. Solo. So yeah. Was it was it Felipe? Because someone earlier said, wait. Is my because someone said like it looked like they were specifically it looks like they were specifically sat together, like they were part of, like they were together. Oh, it was Kevin. It was Kevin. Yeah. Well, I thought it would be Torch, but we've already had Scourge. I'm still gonna stick with Torch. I'm honestly gonna stick with Torch still. Anyway. So I got another clip for y'all. So here you go. This is Valerie and Farah whenever Cass tries to confront them about working with Ember.
You got one problem though, Jake. You got no witnesses. Who your fucking witnesses, huh? Roger? Smiley? You think my troops are gonna help you? It's not what you know. It's what you can prove.
Yeah. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove. And Cass has a lot of work to do to prove her point. Yeah, but it's so like, and again, it does seem like Cinder was the more experienced one for Scorch. It does seem like Cinder is the more experienced one between her and Scorch. So I think she was the one training, but it is kind of crazy that there were like two lower high tiers. Such a crazy thing to say. It is kind of weird that there were just like two lower high tiers, and then like it was just like, hey, like, you know, go ahead, like go you guys expand in the north. But yeah. Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna say this. Actually.
So, where? Right here? Right here? Maybe? Or maybe it's here, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this fucking gob-shaped prick's name is Scorch, eh? Or Seamus, eh? So yeah. This guy's name is Seamus, but his Ember name is Scorch. So clearly, it just has to be the first letter. From what we've seen, it just has to be the first letter for it to be an Ember name. So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it that Arlo's Ember name is Ash. Arlo's Ember. I'm sticking with it that Arlo's Ember name is Ash. Also, hold up. Hold up for a second. Pause for a second, guys. Okay. So Valerian, you fucking nerd. Oh wait, how do you do British again? Hold up, give me a sec. God, now I only want to do my shite Irish impression. John, if you don't mind me asking. Wait, oh hey, if you don't mind me asking, John, is it true that your father was the author of Unordinary? And that he was silenced by the Bureau? How do you know about that? I read it in an online forum. You two are famous on there. You gotta dig pretty deep these days. The only way to get any real information. Sorry for your loss. Valerian, you fucking nerd. Little nerd boy! Okay, so this okay. Pablo, I've okay, so for those of you okay, so Pablo, to answer your question, I've been doing accents literally since I was a kid. Because I loved being an actor and I'm very much trying to get a career in voice acting. It's hard, you guys. It's very hard. But there's a reason why I always say I want to be the one who voices John. Not just because I'm a fanboy, but because I also am a voice actor and like trying to like make a career out of it. So I've literally just been doing voices for like ever since I was a child. I've actually met a few British people in my life. A few British people who have actually complimented my accent. Like, literally, the first time, like, I actually met British people, like, I told them, like, hey, like, can I try my accent on you guys? And you guys tell me how it is? And, like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So, like, I told them, I was like, so if I just started talking like this, like, do you think, like, I could pass off? And that was terrible. That was a terrible go. But, like, her and her husband, like, literally looked at each other like, I can tell you're trying very hard, but that was actually really good. And I was like, thank you so much. And then, like, at another job, like, I literally worked at a tea shop, and two British dudes, like, came in, like, oh, a tea shop, like, awesome, like, this is great. Like, I was like, hey, like, could I, like, try my accent on you guys? And they were like, yeah, go ahead. And I did, and they were like, hey, like, that was pretty good, actually. Like, that was a great job. For Australian,
for Australian, I really have to try and exaggerate it. And I don't know what I'm doing right now. This sounds like complete rubbish, honestly. But I have a buddy from Australia. I have two friends from Australia, actually. So I tried to do like Hugh Jackman. Whenever I think of Australian, the Australian accent. One of the things that my coach has actually taught me about, or that one of my acting teachers has actually told us, like, in order, if you want to try and get to an Australian accent, literally Matthew McConaughey. Because you know how Matthew McConaughey is always like, all right. Literally, you just have to exaggerate the shit out of that, because you can get from that, you can go from all right to all right. So for my buddy though, like one time I also watch a few shows. If you guys have seen Mr. In Between, it's an Australian show, and I discovered it recently. I've been watching a lot of clips from it and stuff, and so the character from there is actually very Australian. But I learned like bits of Australian slang too, and I asked my friend about like Australian culture once, like in our DMs, and I specifically said like, hey, so like in America we have like corn, like our like gas station food that like is kind of like part of American culture and stuff, like corn dogs, burritos, like potato wedges and stuff, like, but I guess like you guys like have like dimmies and stuff, like you guys like are like go crazy on the dimmies. He was like, oh yeah, that is kind of thing. And he was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? How do you know the word dimmies? And so I literally just sent him a voice message, and I was like, surprise, I've been Australian the whole time, you cheeky cunt. And he was like, with that accent, I would 100% believe you. And I was like, that was awful, and you know it. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, bro. But yeah, when I was younger, I used to have a fairly decent Russian accent, but I hadn't done it in so long, and so I think I lost it. So I think for Russian, I just tried to sound like Colossus from X-Men. Nowadays I try to think of freaking Francis from John Wick, like Mr. Vic, 5 kilogram. Okay, so for Russia, Mother Russia. Or I could do. I guess I could do. I don't know. I don't feel looks like school is out. Hey, comrade. But yeah. I can also do. Okay. Speaking of X-Men. So my current D&D character, because I also really like. No, Pablo, like I've tried to, like, I think I've posted a few things too. Like I've done like stuff for like friends and everything, but I've never really done like anything like on my own. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think I ever showed you guys this. And you know what? I probably can, actually. No, Colton, no. So, like, I voice, like, a few memes and stuff. But, So, okay. I also really like Invincible. So a few months back in April, this got made into like a thread, and so I was like, okay, yeah, like I could do this, and so I dubbed this thread. So here you go, guys. This is literally
This is literally the most that like a thing has ever popped off for me. Like this is like the most like something has ever popped off for me. So here's a dub for like a stupid Invincible meme that I did.
But she's... Mark, I do love your mother, but she's more like a mutual to me. A mutual? Why did you make me do this? You're banger farming so you can watch everyone around you fall off. Think, oomph. You'll outlast every industry planting problematic person on this app. You'll live to see this follower base crumble to dox and deactivate. Everyone and everything you know will get sussed. What will you have after 500 bot purges?
Ew, twin. I still have you.
Log at Natalie0. They will be able to see your public posts, but will no longer be able to engage with them. They will also not be able to follow or message you, and you will not see notifications from them. Cancel. Log.
Twin? Twin?
Deactivate your account. How you can deactivate your account.
So yeah, I also did that. But yeah. Mark, I made a steak. A steak? Mark, we can finally be bees. Thank you guys, thank you. So yeah, like I'm trying. I am trying to do it. I told you guys I went to AX these last few years, and I did go to like the open auditions for Bang Zoom Studios. I was actually able to audition for 2025. I was right at the cutoff for auditions for when the panel like stopped this year, so that sucked. But I am trying. Like I am trying to put myself out. I've auditioned for like a few projects, like a few indie projects too. But yeah. But yeah. That's also why I've started doing the skits for you guys too. I've also started doing like the skits and everything too. And there is a game. There's a game out right now too called the Voicer Choice or the Choicer Voicer, which like, if you guys want, like, I wouldn't mind, you know, playing that for you guys too. But yeah, there's also like a few community projects, like a few community comics from Unordinary that like I wanted to that I've tried to like get dubbed for you guys. A lot of them involve like female characters though, which like again, like I have no problem doing for like the skits and stuff, or like when we read the comics, but like actually dubbing in like a fan comic, like I feel like would kind of lower the quality of like the dub if I did it myself. Like so Lego, I know you're a big everyone. I think Thin Mints is a very like well-known community member because they did a lot of, they have like very popular fan fictions apparently, but also they do like a lot of like art and stuff, everything too. But like a while back, they did an Unordinary webcomic for in the form of Dispatch, the video game.
and I wanted to voice it. I wanted to voice it for them, and I got permission from Mint too. But no female VAs I reached out to like ever really got back to me for it. So like I didn't really get it. There is another comic that that I did dub, but like I wasn't really happy with how it turned out. And I know like you have to like just put it out there even if it's not perfect. But I'm just like I'm not really happy with like how it turned out and stuff, so I didn't post it, but like if you guys want me to, like I definitely can. I like it. You were a Wattpad writer solo? Like that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. The dispatcher, it was actually you know what? Fuck it. We're doing it live. We're gonna do it live. So, here you guys go. More of a live dubbing for Thin Mint's Dispatch comic. So yeah, here we go. So we got Darren Doc is the dispatcher actually. Doc's the dispatcher. But yeah, so Doc. Joker. Oh, that's right. I tried to make John sound Bostonian. That's right. Okay. Get ready for Bostonian John again, guys. So, hey Nuke, come with me to blow some shit up. Failed the last mission and I'm pissed. Sounds fun. Where to? Ace Courtyard. Bastion. May I remind you that we're on the clock? Time gear. Don't destroy the donut shop nearby. Get me a glazed. Sure thing. Time? Oh, wait, sorry. Sure thing, time. Bastion. Jellyfill? Nope. Fuck off. Alright. Anyone else want some? X-ray. Me, but, I'm kind of treading water in the ocean. Bullseye. What the hell? X, you can't swim! Got hit by the villain. How? Got distracted by a kitty. Where's Hunter? Currently being kidnapped. The kitty got me too. Alright, I'm all the way across the city fighting these villains. I can't. Ronan. I got him. Finishing my pizza. Glazed, by the way. Hunter. Ow! Chocolate. Jelly. Enjoy being blinded, you assholes. Sprinkles. It's like working with damn children. Why did you have to put me with this group? Rude? Kids, what the fuck? Don't lump me in with them. Uh-oh, Unk's mad. Even me. Especially you, Nuke. None of you act like adults. Donuts now? Aw, you want one? So yeah. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. I'll link their. No, I'll just link their Reddit post actually. I was gonna link their Instagram post, but I'll just link the Reddit post. But yeah, I wanted to like full on get like a proper like dubbing for that, but But yeah. You know what? I'll actually. But yeah, like I'm someone who really does want to be a voice actor. And I think I've put in a lot of work. I don't think I've put in enough work, honestly. But it is something that I want to make a career of because, like, I'm kind of tired of, like, my job. Like, my job pays my bills. It's a good job. I'm very grateful to have it. But it's not what I want to do. What I've wanted to do always since I was a kid was, like, be a performer. I've wanted to be an entertainer. I wanted to act. Like, I love acting. I love singing. I love performing. And so when I was a kid in high school, literally, like, if you guys know what an exit interview is, my exit interview, like my senior project when I was in high school, was talking about making a career out of being a YouTuber, out of being a Let's Player specifically. And, like, you got, like, I love all of you guys in the chat. Like, I appreciate that you guys all come here each week and, like, we get to talk and, like, chat and everything. But, like, I think it's pretty obvious I'm not big enough to make a career out of this or anything. Like, I still have bills to pay and everything. I still have to go to, like, my 9 to 5 and, like, do all the adult stuff. But it's something I've always wanted to be. I've always wanted to be an actor, whether that be on film or voice. And it's what I want to do. It's what I want to do. And it's just like, it's tough. It's tough. And, like, there's a bit of ego. There's a bit of ego in me too. A bit of ego that says, like, I should be successful. Like, I deserve to have a career in this industry. And the fact that I don't just angers me. And the fact that I see people keep getting who like get to have careers, and I don't think that they're better than me, makes me angry. And obviously that's not true. Like, that's not true. If I really was as good as I thought I was, I would have a career. But I don't, so I'm not. So, Yeah. I'm sorry, guy. I'm not trying to, like, farm pity or, like, anything. It's just, like, we started talking about it, so I felt like opening up a little bit. Like, I go to, like, anime conventions and stuff. Like, I have friends. I have friends who are like ASM artists, like ASMR voice actors and stuff. I have friends who, like, do actually kind of have, like, a bit of a following for stuff like this. And, like, whenever we go to, like, karaoke, or, like, whenever we hang out at cons together, like, whenever we do, like, little dumb shits together, like, they make me feel special. Like, they also, like, compliment my work. And, like, okay, so, like, I also try to be very in check when it comes to my ego. Like I said, I do have the thoughts of, like, I deserve this, they don't, and that's not okay. But, like, I also come from a very small town. I come from a very small town where, again, this is gonna sound so conceited, where I was one of the best actors that was part of our community theater. But again, I was a small fish
in a small pond. I was a small fish in a small pond. And so if I auditioned for a play, like in a show, like after my first few auditions, I was probably getting a part, whether that was a main part or like just like cast, like ensemble. I was usually in the actual production. That changed for me. Yes, so we're gonna get back to the reread. I'm sorry. And question of the day. Question of the day is, what is Tariq's Ember name? I think Lego suggested that question, and I think we've done that in the past, but like it's officially happening now. When I was in high school, I did Grease twice. When I was in high school, I was a T-Bird both times. So the first time was for my actual high school, like for my high school drama club. And I got to be, if you guys know Grease, which it's a fairly well-known musical, in the movie. So when I auditioned for Grease the first time and got it in high school, I was Roger, whose name in the movie is Putsy. And so I had that whole thing, and that was when I was in high school. I was one of the T-Birds, and then about a year later, the choreographer for our high school performance. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we have done the Tariq question before. Yeah, no, we're gonna go with that Lego. We're gonna go with that. How cooked is Cass? Right now, yeah, I would say 8 out of 10. She's slightly undercooked, but depending on what happens next, she could be fully cooked. But yeah, the choreographer for our high school production, the community theater in her town was doing Grease. It wasn't like for a school, it was like for like a community theater. And so she posted about it, or it was posted about, and she sent me a message like, hey, you need to audition for this. You need to come and audition because you need to be a part of this performance. As far as I'm aware, I was the only person from my hometown she told about it. I'm the only person outside of like the already established like community at that theater that she told about it. And so I was like, no, I'd love to audition for that, because they I heard a lot about this community theater from her and her son, who was also in our production of Grease. So I went and auditioned, and again, like I was just like this kid from like a town like 10 minutes down the road. Like it was my first time there, and my first time ever there, and like I was really nervous. I was really nervous about the whole thing. And so I auditioned. I really impressed. I think I really impressed the music director, I think, because a role that I've always wanted to do in Grease was Kaneki, because I really liked Kaneki from the movie as a kid. I don't know why, I just did. And so I was always wanted to be Kaneki in Grease. And I've never been Kaneki in Grease. I've only done it twice. But I remember trying to like convey that cool Kaneki-ness in my auditions. And because I really didn't know anyone at that audition, I was just kind of in the back by myself, like just kind of like, chilling, like trying not to do anything wrong, like trying very hard to not do anything wrong. But like the casting directors and everyone were in the back, and I was like in front of them. There was still like a good distance from me, but I was like, I couldn't hear everything they were saying, but I could hear some things. And I heard the music director. I heard him go like, I want to see Jay. I want Jay to read for Kaneki. Actually, like I want to see that. I didn't get to audition for that. I didn't get to read for Kaneki. But the music director was like, I want to see him read it. Like, I want to see him read that. And so, yeah. But it was my first time going outside of my community theater or my high school. And I got a role. So, yeah. Then, once I moved out to my current state, I started taking classes a few years back. And
one of the things I always tell my teachers is like, hey, like I want like genuine, like honest feedback, because I grew up in a small like community theater where people would constantly tell me I was good. And my best friend, who is much more musically talented and gifted than I am, has said the exact same thing. Lego. They have said the exact same thing. But yeah, no, I always ask for like honest feedback, and like I've met phenomenal actors, phenomenal teachers, amazing teachers who like obviously I have no history with. They have no loyalty to me. They have no reason to spare my feelings. They have no reason to tell me anything but the truth. And those people have like looked me in the eyes and say like, no, like you are that good. Like you are that good. You have a long way to go still, but you are that good. Like you are good, Jay. So yeah. I also did audition for an agency as a kid. Like there probably is a reality where I was like a child actor. According to my mom, they reached out to me because they did reach out because they were impressed with my audition. But again, according to my mom, like I just said, like I don't want to do it. Like I don't want to do it. Like I don't know. But yeah, like my mom's okay. So for reference, I'm not gonna tell you guys where I grew up. I'm not gonna do that. But I will tell you, I grew up near Fresno, California, and so growing up, my family would always go to the Fresno Fair because it was a big deal. It was like it was huge for us. Like I grew up on like fairs, carnivals, like showings and everything. Like I loved fairs as a kid, and I still do. I still try to make it out to stuff. But yeah, like there was one year when we were at the Fresno Fair where there was like I'm pretty sure like a legitimate agency, like a legitimate agency, where they were like, hey, like we're looking for auditions, we're looking like blah 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 blah, and I was like, oh, that sound like I was probably in like four. Give me a sec, guys. Guys, can you hear this?
Okay, a precaution to what?
So Mom, I'm streaming right now.
Okay.
Are you comfortable with your voice being on the stream?
Of course.
Okay. So chat, this is my mom. She is the mother, she is the woman who raised me. So Mom, do you remember years ago when I auditioned for that acting agency?
In Fresno?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know about how old I was at the time? Because I think I was like
10. I think I was in like 4th grade.
No, I think you were like 13, son. Weren't you like 13 years old?
I don't know because I don't remember being in middle school at the time. I'm pretty sure I was still in elementary school.
No, I think you were a little bit older because I think the ages were like from 12 to something. I don't think you were 10.
Okay. Okay,
I
okay.
Yeah, I think they were looking for like young teens or something. I don't think you were 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I remember that you had gotten called back. They wanted you to sign on with them, but then something came up. Probably finances for us. Back then we were limited on funds.
Okay.
Is that what you were asking?
Yeah, because I remember because I don't remember ever hearing that they called back. But I do remember that like you told me that I really impressed them. I also remember like what they had me read. Like I literally read, because like my hair was like how it is now, like it was longish back then. They had me read like a shampoo. They had me read like a shampoo commercial.
Yeah.
Um,
They actually wanted. No, they did. They had wanted us to sign you with them, but I think it was like, I don't know. I can't remember the amount, but it was like 1,500 or 25. I don't know. They had some kind of fee.
yeah. Okay.
So, and back then, you know, you guys were small, so money was tight, so we weren't able to do it.
Okay. You know what?
That plus commuting to Fresno was kind of a big one.
Yeah. You know what, Mom? Now that you say that, I have a feeling that like they might have been a scam, because from what I've learned about agencies now, they should not be asking for money if you're not making them money. So it's probably
back then it was they wanted us to pay a fee, a sign-on fee with them, because they wanted you to sign a contract with them.
Yeah.
So then I guess it's a good thing we were poor.
Yeah. I know. I remember you saying that like as a kid I was just like, no, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah. No, you're a good bullshitter, son. You were good. Oh, sorry, I forgot you were talking.
No. That's fine. Anyway, okay. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. So, yeah. That agency was probably a scam. No, because like again, like I've taken classes, I've talked to people, like I have a teacher for screen acting. And yeah, like no, she said like, guys, like if they're asking you to pay, that's a major red flag, because they should not be taking money from you if you're not making them money. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, like, yeah. So when I was a kid, like, I guess I was like 13. But yeah, like, like, yeah, like my mom, like we drew, like, not only did we drive to the Fresno Fair, we like later on, like in like a similar, in like around the same time, my mom also drove an hour again for Fresno just so I can audition for this. Yeah. So Pablo, again, from what my teachers have told me, they take the money, like they take the money you owe them out of what you make them. You shouldn't be paying. You shouldn't pay to play, basically. But yeah, that was Mom Meister, guys. That was Mom Meister. So, there you go. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Pain and Panettiere. That's like another thing, like looking back on like everything that like child actors go through, it's probably for the best that like if this agency was legitimate, which looking back on it now probably wasn't, it's probably for the best that like
I didn't have a career in like child acting. But a career in child acting would have helped me with my ambitions now. So, what can you do? But yeah. Okay. So, oh my gosh, we've been going for 2 hours. 2 hours. You know what? We started with Jungle Juice and like read Unordinary and talked about all this bullshit. That's probably, yeah, we could probably. And Jeanette McCurdy. Yeah, exactly. And like all the other bullshit that's been like talked about with as far as like child acting in the last few years. Anyway, with that being said, shall we jump back for a reread? Let's go. Oh my god, I just forgot about the beginning of this episode. Oh my god, I just remembered. Okay. Lock in. So yeah. So, let's go. Reread time. So, we got a crowd. We got a crowd of grayed outs. Chatter, 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 chatter. Chatter, 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 chatter. And Cass. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. As of now, we have secured one of Spectre's leaders. Due to the ongoing nature of the investigation, the Bureau is unable to disclose additional details. But rest assured, and Arlo looks over at Cass, ... The situation remains under control, and your safety continues to be our highest priority. Something on her mind lately? She's been acting distant. Once again, I just want to reiterate, guys. The gap. The literal wall. There is a literal wall in the background separating Arlo from Cass and the rest of the group. Storytelling. Unordinary, episode 395, Bureau of Authority. Chatter, 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 chatter. And Cass walking around the hall. ... Remembering Arlo. Afternoon, Cass. And Tarek! She has history with Tarek! Oh! Tarek, how have you been? I heard about what happened. Sorry about your eye. It's all right. I don't have the ability to watch over the prison anymore, but the Bureau offered me a position of equal responsibility. Here at the Wellston office? That's right. Then I guess we'll be seeing each other more from now on. Hey, I've got to run, but we should definitely catch up sometime. Welcome to the office. Go show them what you've got. Solo. I thought you said something absolutely wild. I just skimmed your messages and I was like, what? I'm sorry, Solo. No, I think next chapter will probably focus on Serafina. Actually, I'm actually surprised we didn't even focus on John at all this episode. I thought last week's ending would have been like a lead off to like focusing on John a little bit. Lego, they literally control the press. No, I think it's just because like Cass has been going to the prison so often or something. Or you know what? Okay, never mind. Never mind. Anyway, I think it's just because like Cass does go to the prison fairly often, especially when she was checking up on Rain. Anyway, Tarek. Tarek's definitely older. So Cass is mid to late 20s. Like, I want to say Cass is between, like, 25 and 28, I think. Tarek? Okay, so Cass doesn't have wrinkles. Cass does not have wrinkles. Or, like, signs of age in her design. Tarek does. Wait, is it comparable to... We're going to pull up the Welston War again. Okay, Tarek might actually be older than Farah, I think. Because Farah also doesn't really have much in terms of, like, age in her appearance. So Tarek's probably, like, in his like... I want to say Farah is, like, early to mid 30s. And if Tarek's older than her, which that's what it kind of looks like actually, he might be like late 30s actually. Yeah, there's a bit more like in the aging department for Tarek than there is for Farah. Anyway, Tarek walks into a room. Ah, Warden, it's wonderful to have you. And Valerie's here. It's an honor to be a part of this, sir. Oh, there's no need to be so formal. This team is made up of some of the Bureau's finest. So Valerie and Byron, people who are not only skilled, but deeply loyal to the cause. Mysterious woman with a blue-haired bob cut, and a gentleman with orangish hair slicked back. When Farah told me you were interested in joining us, I was genuinely glad to hear it. And then in the back is Jude, and I assume Handkerchief Lady. And actually, you know what? I want to check one last thing. Okay, fuck. Chat. It could actually be her. It may actually be her sitting next to Byron. That hair color is actually like spot on. I still think it's the girl who was actually with Jude when he killed William. But I stand by that this woman should be dead! Uru, she should be dead. Her body is literally coming apart. This woman should be dead. Unless. No, Uru, if this is her, if it's her, Uru, I am calling shenanigans. I am gonna call shenanigans, Uru. Uru, don't DM me about this. You don't need to clarify. Like, obviously, I have to accept whatever happens. But like, I still call. If this ends up being the case, I hold the right to call shenanigans. Okay. She does not actually have a name, Lego. Melanie is literally just the name I have dubbed onto her. Melanie is literally just the name that I have dubbed onto this girl. Yeah, I've met Uru a few times. And I've talked to Uru a few times too, like over DMs and stuff. I'm not like, you know, I'm not like cool with Uru. I'm not like friends with her or anything, but no, like I've talked to Uru like a few times and everything. Bro, you think they're gonna let hothead Arnold pull up? You think they're gonna let Arnold is not one of the Bureau's brightest, bro. I mean, like, the Bureau lies about a lot of things already, Pommy, but like, no. Arnold's arm is gone. This woman, like, her body is like from her shoulder to like the very top of her waist is like almost completely cut in half. It's not impossible. Like, okay. From what I've been told, it's not impossible for her to be like okay, but like her left lung definitely severely damaged. But I don't know, man. I'm just saying. But yeah. This woman should not be alive. The fact that she is even comatose. The fact that she is even comatose at all is, I'm just like, no, I don't buy that. That is literally Bureau propaganda so that they don't appear weak. So Lego, from what people have told me, stitching back that's fucking wild, Pablo. So apparently, according to people who have some knowledge, some medical knowledge, like, repairing this and like putting a body back together from this and still being alive is easier, not easy, but it's easier than fixing an eye damaged as badly damaged as Tariq's. But anyway, If it's her, I'm actually gonna be pissed. I'm actually gonna be pissed. Not as pissed as I was when it came to Byron's ability, but I'm actually gonna be like, shenanigans. Shenanigans! Anyway, please have a seat. And he sits next to Bro. He literally... Tarek literally pulls up sitting next to Farah. Like, hey, what's up? Like, what's up, sis? Like... Seeing Farah actually smile is crazy. Tarek literally pulls up to her like, "Hey, what's up, sis? Thanks for the job." And she's literally just sitting him like, "Yeah, I got you, bro. Like, don't worry. Like, I got you back." That's crazy. Anyway, Emmett, now then, let's begin. Probably Lego. Probably. As you all know. So, Jude, as you all know, we've expanded our operations to the north. Several agents have since been deployed to field test our advancements, and I'm pleased to report that the results have been highly encouraging so far. But last week... Oh, wait. Last week... Okay. At most, a week has passed since John and Serafina were in Eastbrook. So this is a few days of a time skip up to a week. Was it Jude who killed Simon? Huh. It might have been, actually. You know what? It might have been Solo. Huh. Anyway. The Northern HQ reports that 2 of their agents have gone missing. Corrine, Azure Storm 5.8. Seamus, Psyblast 5.7. Their last confirmed sighting was in the town of Eastbrook. We were able to determine this after reviewing footage that had been circulating online. The clip has now been scrubbed from the internet. And Farah, ... Isn't that John? Wellston's top boy? And Tarek sees him. He's strong enough to take 2 on his own? They don't know about Sarah. Yet. Jude has a flame-like ability from what we saw. He has a flame-like ability. Where is it? It's not Flame Claw specifically, but it does look like he generates some kind of flame. The way his aura manifests for his ability when he killed William did look like some sort of flame. I mean, it is kind of wild. It is kind of wild that she's saying that, Lego, when she knows what John's ability and level is. So, I'm not gonna lie. I do read that panel. I'm like, Farah, why are you questioning that John was able to take out, 2 people who haven't even reached God tier yet? Why are you questioning that John took out 2 people when there was such a big gap in their levels? So I don't blame people. But yeah, that's interesting. This reads that they don't know that Serafina was also there. They could probably assume, though. Anyway, it seems so when given access to the correct set of abilities. Psychopomp. Well, the wiki is going to have to correct that in a few weeks. Anyway, Tarek is remembering what John did to him. If John is involved, then there is a possibility that our agents have fallen into Spectre's hands. Could be a hostage situation. And Valerie, we just captured Orin. That leaves them with very little room to negotiate. No, we need to look at the bigger picture. Ever since Unordinary resurfaced, insurgents who call themselves vigilantes have been growing in number and influence, while our resources are still limited. We need to proceed with greater caution and ensure our teams have adequate support. Jude is right. I'll make sure we secure the funding needed to expand our project. In the meantime, do whatever is necessary to silence those wretched extremists. And we got Arlo back at the keyboard. After I trapped Serafina, everything suddenly went white. And then this intense burning sensation spread through my entire body. But why did it feel so familiar? And he sees Cass walking around. Hey, Cass. I've got some time today. Do you want to grab some burritos? I can't today, Arlo. I've got somewhere to be. Your friend's grave? Mind if I join you? Oh, sure. They're driving, ... She hasn't said anything since we left. Cass, are you upset with me? Not happy with the way I handled things with John and Serafina? The thing is, I understand why you did it. It was the fastest and easiest way to secure Orin. Yet you're still upset with me. Because, Arlo, the easiest way isn't always the right way. If it weren't for John and Serafina, capturing Orin wouldn't even have been a possibility. The least we could do was give them some grace. Turning on them like that, it's just not what we do. Even if they're outlaws, or if it meant failing our mission after losing all those comrades. I'm not sure I agree with you, Cass. Arlo, have you ever thought about what kind of person you want to be? As an officer, you'll face countless difficult decisions in the days ahead. Some of them will mean the difference between success and failure. Some will make you question everything you stand for. Yeah, when he was searching William's apartment, Solo. Let me pull it up. Right here, see? Anyway. Some will make you question everything you stand for. Be careful not to compromise who you are. Because once you lose yourself, you may never find your way back.
And Arlo just looks away. What kind of person do I want to be? So we're at the gravesite now. And Cass has brought him flowers. Here rests Ray, beloved son, brother, and friend. He always believed in the good of others. Huh? Someone's been here already. I'm not surprised. Ray was a popular guy. Hey, buddy. Sorry it took so long to come see you. Did you two go to school together? Only for a little bit. Honestly, Arlo, I'm surprised you don't know him. Because he would have been king when you were in your freshman year. Now that I think about it, it does sound a little familiar. We may have passed each other in the halls, but I don't think we interacted much. What happened to him?
I think it's just a nice little story detail, Lego.
If he was king of Wellston, he must have been strong, right? How did he pass? He was killed by some bad people. Killed.
And Cass notices Arlo crying. And Arlo...
Hey, what's wrong? My head.
And Cass just ...
You've been overworking yourself, Arlo. Come on, let's get you home.
And Arlo's apartment.
How long have I been asleep?
2:46 a.m. ...
Arlo, you are not allowed to come to work tomorrow. Boss's orders. Stay home and get rest. We'll handle things at the office. Cass. Wait. I had a reaction to Ray at the ceremony. At the cemetery. If he was erased from my memories, doesn't that mean he was one of the reasons I defected? Cass knows about my past with him. In that case, was she also conspiring against the Bureau along with me?
Unordinary episode 395. So yeah, I don't think that Arlo is going to be... I don't think Arlo is going to be a good ally. I think there's a very, very high chance that we see something really bad happen. But yeah. Oh man, Cass. Oh, Cass, why? Why? Oh, she's in a tough spot. Yeah, no. Arlo is definitely more likely to snitch than Keon, but I still think that Keon is a snitch. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Because I'm just saying. Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be good. Man, Cass might be actually screwed. She actually might be really screwed. Royally. Or it could focus back on Arlo again. Like, I think this definitely sets up to, like, focus back on Arlo solo. Dowie, what are you doing here? Guys, okay, I'm fairly certain, guys, Dowie is who I met
at AX back in 2025. I think Cass versus Arlo is more likely. I think Cass versus Arlo is more likely, honestly. But yeah, no. Fury and Torch versus the trio is probably is probably more likely, because bro, Tariq definitely wants that revenge. Good to see you, Doey. I'm glad you made it to a stream. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah. I don't know, man. It's not looking for Cass. Miriam, welcome. Well, no, you're good, Miriam. We've just been talking. So, yeah. So, yeah. Well, actually, if it's been a week, has Keon already interrogated Orin? At least, like, somewhat? Huh. Okay. Like, yes. Like, but, like, come on, like, yes, John blinded his left eye, but, like, the trio also fucked him up. Like, they also did a number on him. Like, and they're in their vicinity. They are in their vicinity in order to like strike back. Oh, wait. I was gonna say something. This is wild. I know this is wild, but like, so this is clearly a white woman. This is definitely a white woman. Her picture in the file that they showed us, there's a little more melanin in her. She looked a little Hispanic, in my opinion. She looked a little Hispanic, in my opinion, in her picture. But like, she looked, her skin looked a little, like, a tad darker in the picture that was of her. This is a white woman. Like, this is Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so
until we get full-on confirmation. Until we get full-on confirmation that Jude and whoever his partner is, like whoever was sitting next to him, does the hair color also look different? Yeah, it looks, What do you mean, shut up, Pablo? I'm Hispanic. I could say who looks like us. Yeah, the hair color in her picture does look a bit darker. Anyway, until we get full on confirmation that Jude and whoever was sitting next to him are full on Ember agents, and that they're not just aware of the project and like overseeing it or whatever with Emmett, I'm not gonna count them as agents. I'm not gonna count them as Ember agents. So right now, let's pull that file back up. Where are you? Oh, here we go. So, as far as we know, with Tariq now, yeah, it looks a little different. Until we get full on confirmation that Jude and whoever was sitting next to him are full on Ember agents, like abilities and all, I'm not counting them as agents. So with Tariq, we know that the Wellston branch has 6. They have 6 agents within the directly within the Wellston area. We also know that there's also Scorch and Cinder. So that was 8 agents with Ember total. However, they are not the only agents in the northern area. So let's say if they were sent from Wellston, let's say that the northern chapter also had 5. Let's also say that the northern chapter had 5 that they sent up. So that's like 10 Ember agents. Right now with Corrin and Seamus out of commission though, that's only 8. That's only 8 agents. Wait, no. 6 plus 5. 6 plus 5 is 11. Sorry. So that's 9 Ember agents that are still in No. So I'm talking about like full on like team wise. I'm not talking about cleaners like Jude. And also because you did actually ask about this solo, and I completely forgot. I'm sorry. Let's. Oh wait. We don't have to do that. There's a more recent one. Is it here? Yes, it is. So, if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure Wellston is this area. Yeah, I'm gonna pull Keon's map back up, actually. Lego or Solo, do you guys have the Keon map episode again, please? Is he here? Might be here, actually. No, not here. Not here. $276. Yep. Thank you, Solo. Okay, okay. So okay, so let's see. Of course, sir. Spectre is a young organization no more than a decade old. In its short time, it has managed to influence large parts of the country. It operates in 3 major divisions, led by executives Neil, Miranda, and Oren. As of this moment, we should assume these are simply placeholder names. Their identities are still unknown. Even the Spectre child had no information on them. Each executive oversees a large region. Here's an approximate map of the territory they each control. For years, Spectre has observed the behaviors of upper-class citizens and used its stealth abilities to gather new technology from our government facilities. Okay, so Zone 1, low density population, therefore fewer prospects, low threat. Zone 2, high density population and large coverage. Medium threat, medium density population, but home to many powerful citizens, high threat. Okay. So what I find interesting about later Lego later. So what I find interesting about this conversation actually is that Keon doesn't directly say south, west, east, and things like that. He says he specifically refers to them as zones. So to answer your question that you asked earlier, Solo, it seems like for the country that the story takes place in, it just has the north and the south. So yeah, so because this is definitely like where they were at near Bluemont and like East Brooktown, that's definitely northeast. But they only refer to it as the north, right? Yeah, the Northern HQ reports that 2 of their agents have gone missing. So it seems like the country is really only divided up into 2 areas, the north and the south. And Wellston is obviously the south. So yeah. So there's your answer. There's your answer, Solo. Yeah, and it seems like the water is what separates the north and the south, except for like this part right here. So yeah. How long have we been going for? 2 hours 45? Not bad, not bad. Anyway. So, guys, I think we are going to call it here. We had a great stream tonight, and
yeah. So, guys, thank you all so much for stream today. We had a great stream today. And yeah. Solo, as always, it's good to see you, buddy. And I guess we're gonna be back next week for more Unordinary and more Jungle Juice. I'm very curious to see what happens next. What's your question, Pablo? What's your question? Pablo, I have very much considered streaming the games before 4. I have 100% considered streaming Kingdom Hearts 4 or streaming Kingdom Hearts before 4 comes out. So if you want that, since you brought that up, yeah, we're probably going to start doing that. Actually. So I guess your answer is yes. But I will figure out everything about that relatively soon. I have until late 2027 before 4 comes out. But yeah, we're going to be doing some Kingdom Hearts too, because I love Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts so much, dude. You don't even know. Anyway, that will be it for tonight, guys. And we are going to be back next week. So yeah. Until next week, you guys. See you, Space Cowboy.